Hi, welcome back to Global Talk. I'm Lauren Montgomery. In today's program, we'll continue our last conversation about the Astana Caspian Technical Conference and Exhibition.
Today's conference gathered together a large number of big companies. They are Chevron, Shell, Tengiz Chevroil. They are one of the flagship companies of the oil production in Kazakhstan. They were new acquaintances. Also, we had a chance to strengthen contacts that have already been built before. I think it is very useful to carry out such activities directly here in Kazakhstan. It is desirable if we had events like that more often. It helps to be in touch, in contact, and work together to solve common issues.
I think you can measure it in a couple of ways. Obviously, number of delegates coming. We've had a really good turnout, around 500 delegates. We had the Student Development Summit at Nazarbayev University running alongside this. So the students are coming here tomorrow, some of them. I think that went really well as well, and lots of engagement from the kind of new generation coming through. I think the results of the kind of collaboration between the companies you'll see over the coming months.
I think it's been an eye-opening experience for most, certainly the young scientists, engineers coming up, and even for the older, more experienced professionals. And the conference itself, of course, covers many different aspects. Some not every one person knows everything about, but they've heard of it, and many excellent speakers, professional in what they do, knowing their subject to the absolute smallest degree. You can't understand everything they're talking about, but it certainly allows you to understand generally what their work is and how that can help things here in Kazakhstan. So I think overall, in general, the 2 days of the conference so far has been to make everyone understand that there's a lot more out there than we know here in Kazakhstan.
Wow, I think I've been part of the society for over 20 years, yes. It's a long time,
That's
yes.
a long time.
And I can tell you that most of the knowledge I have about worldwide and about international procedures and how new technologies come into the market is through the Society of Petroleum Engineers.
It's not only about the conference, but the essence of the conference is SPE, the Society of Petroleum Engineers. And the Society of Petroleum Engineers is a society for whoever working in oil and gas industry all over the world. And frankly, the big corporates like Chevron, ExxonMobil, Conoco, Shell, BP, BG, which is operating Karachaganak, in addition to the service companies like Schlumberger, Baker, Weatherford, Halliburton, all of these big players understand that SPE is a vehicle to disseminate knowledge, to transfer technology, and it's a huge source for artificial intelligence for people if they will become SPE members. So I think the big value of this conference is also for the Kazakhstani companies to get value and benefit and privilege out of this vehicle, which is SPE. It's a very good, strong mechanism worldwide, 124,000 members all over the world. This is the biggest ever professional society. And getting it into the oil and gas culture in Kazakhstan, it's really a huge value.
This is the first SPE conference that we've had in Kazakhstan, which is quite nice and encouraging for the industry. I've been a member of SPE for just over a year, not for very long in fact, because I've been here for 20 years in Kazakhstan. And to have the SPE now come to Kazakhstan, I thought it was time that I joined, and have actually started to participate in some of the local Almaty chapter board meetings. So I'm hoping that it's going to improve even further. The SPE, being a worldwide organization, brings so many different international ideas to other parts of the world.
Society for Petroleum Engineers is a platform for cooperation for engineers from different cities, from different countries, from different industries, meaning drilling and extraction. It's a platform for communication. Here you can learn a lot about other fields. You can share your thoughts about your own industry. That's how people are sharing their experiences. For example, someone saw today how we work. They can implement the same processes and principles at their own workplace. Or, for example, I will hear something interesting on a panel sessions about any optimization processes. I will like it. I will suggest this to my top management. If the process suits us, we adapt it for our own production. This is a very good organization that helps engineers to be in contact with each other.
There has been a lot of efforts and really a lot of investment as well. The knowledge and still to come when we start producing more oil from the offshore part is going to be very beneficial for everybody. I think the developments going on and suffering some setbacks, but you know we need to understand that we are pushing envelopes of technology and try to make sure that this is not a very conventional reservoir to produce. So we need to learn from that, but I think the learning part is kind of over, and soon everybody will start enjoying the benefits of understanding what really all these problems and challenges are all together. So I think it's been very, very beneficial. Kazakhstan has a very huge potential of oil and gas production. However, it's difficult to extract the oil in the new developments like Kashagan, and in brownfields like Tengiz or Karachaganak also, it's very difficult and a lot of investment to be made due to toxic gas like H2S, high pressure, temperatures. But also there is in the shallow parts and land mature fields that has been producing for 40 years. And the challenge is how to make sure that we can afford to introduce new technology to these old mature fields that produce little compared to the big giant fields. This is one of the main puzzles to be solved, and I think Schlumberger is well positioned to provide solutions overall for mature fields. And they could be old, they could be producing low, but still the possibility to introduce new technology and improve the productivity is high.
I think for SPE, Kazakhstan, there's huge potential for the industry here, and it's really starting to go places now. So that was the idea with coming to Kazakhstan first. Next year, if the event takes place, we're still looking at which venue. It might be another country in the region, it might be back in Kazakhstan, but that's decision's still up in the air. So, but I think it's worked really well in Astana. I think it's, there's a good venue and strong industry presence, good backing from the government. That was another really positive point, that the government right from the outset backed it. They were behind the roadmap report from last year, which Shell and others put together. So that was another plus point for us.
I think I hope that the level of the list of participants will grow. We have a good start, and together with SPE, Kaz Energy, with the Minister of Energy, we did a great job organizing this event.
Caspian Technical Conference and Exhibition was organized by the Society of Petroleum Engineers. The Society has more than 124,000 members in 135 countries around the world, all engaged in the production and development of energy. This organization's mission is the collection, dissemination, and exchange of technical expertise in the areas of oil and gas exploration, production, and related technologies, all with the aim of improving the public welfare and creating more opportunity for technical and professional skill development.